So it's been about a year since I've made one of these videos, and I'm sure a lot of you, especially new to the channel, is wondering how much does a full-time golf YouTuber earn? Let's get into it. The twists, the turns, the downfalls, the mistakes I've made. Graphic golf YouTubers specifically get paid a lot. What is the most money I've made on one particular video? T-Series, again, club reviews do well for money. Club reviews do well for money. If you watch this video 4 or 5 times, that would definitely help me out. Hope you have a good weekend. See you guys there. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon here. We're going to talk some numbers today. I know some of you will be quite interested in this, especially the guys that are new to the channel. A lot of you probably couldn't give 2 monkeys. I'm going to make this video anyway. It's been a good month, last month especially. It's been a good year. For some of you who don't know, I was an assistant last year. I decided to go, me and Mary decided that I was going to go full time, not necessarily YouTube, but teaching locally, as well as the secondhand stuff, as well as YouTube, which I do see myself as my full-time job now, and my main creation, my passion. It's just, if I had to give everything else away and just work on one thing, it'd 100% be this, because I just love it. It's just a great job. 3 years in the making now. From when I first uploaded my first video to now, the channel's gone in many different turns for you guys that have been watching the whole 3 years. First of all, you deserve a medal. Second of all, you would have known the twists, the turns, the downfalls, the mistakes I've made, the right decisions, the wrong decisions, and now I'd like to feel I'm in a good place of growing the channel, as well as making the community that you guys watch this video, giving back, very much support, all of that. And it is a happy balance. You can't have one or the other. You can't just go clickbait views and then forget the community. At the same time, you obviously want to get the new people watching the channel, and it's the back and forth. But I love it. I love it. As I say, to even say this is my job, I watch YouTube since it first came out 12 years ago to now. It's really cool. Let's get into numbers, because I know that's what a lot of you guys just be wanting to have a look at. And I don't want to make a 10-minute video just to say this is how much I am. Where is the revenue button? So this is like your screen. This tells you, I'll go into a few bits so you guys can have a look. This is basically tells you how much you've earned per video. It goes into so much analytics, and you can really get into it. I think as your channel grows, percentage changes, makes a big difference. When you just start, honestly, just make content that you enjoy. And to be honest, I'll still go by that ethos now, as you can't make videos, 5 videos every week for 3 years if you don't enjoy it. However, the money has got better, which is great. I'm self-employed, more money for the family, everything else is always added bonus. I left Burford in June, about that. Yeah, well, first lockdown is literally the first lockdown was when I was going to leave Burford. And as you can see, I always, for the last year or so, especially when I was at 15,000, 20,000, I was always earning about £1,000 to £800 a month. And that was always a goal. I thought that was amazing. The fact that I was even earning that, because obviously I would have my wages from the shop, I had the teaching, and then I had YouTube, which is great. You can see, however, it's definitely gone up. In October, I did £2,750, 62 pence, which is astonishing. That's a lot of money, especially for my whole career. I'm not necessarily money focused, or I never have been, because, well, I'm a consistent golf coach for a start. But £2,750, if I was to average that going forward for the next 5 years, that's just awesome. So I'm very much wanting to do that, because that's going to help. That being said, it's not always going to be sunshines and rainbows. Coming into lockdown, that's not necessarily going to be the added bonus. Can't make the videos that I really want to make. Vision, the goal, creating the brand, whatever, but we're making do. And obviously these kind of videos you guys watching at the moment really do help. This isn't necessarily just down to views though. Coming into Christmas is always a big one. Companies spend loads on ads. Demographic, golf YouTubers specifically get paid a lot, like beauty as well. Beauty, like makeup videos, those guys get paid a lot. If you're making gaming videos, not necessarily. Your demographic's a huge one. All you guys are between the ages of 25 to 65. I might actually show you my audience, you can have a look, because I'm sure you guys, some of you guys be interested. The combination. So I'm not expecting to do close to 3 grand every month. January, February, March is going to be obviously a slow month. You won't get paid as much per advert and view. Free golf launch monitor app, £205 Thanks to Brian and Sean. Rick Shields giving me a shout out as well. I think I did 75,000 views on that video currently. Again, you can see how much I was earning per view on that. The CPM is really high. Come first lockdown, it was like £3–4. It's almost doubled, so I'm getting paid much more, for example. Titles make a big difference. As you can see, the most underrated Japanese golf clubs, somewhat clickbaity. I'd like you guys to hopefully if you watch all my videos, I try and I balance a very fine line. I don't want to annoy you, but at the same time, I kind of want to get new people into the channel. It didn't do anywhere near, I think that only got like 14,000, 15,000 views. But as you can see, because I potentially had buying and golf clubs and Japanese, £10.64. So I'm earning a lot more on those videos than I would on others. So it's not always necessarily the views that are the big thing, the adverts that go underneath it, adverts play potentially through it. We don't choose, by the way, what adverts go on. You click a button, well you can choose, but you click a button, do you want to monetize it, and it says what ads do you not want. I don't think anyone goes, oh I don't want those kind of ads. You just kind of get picked, or you get whatever you're picked. So normally like a video makes me about £100 at the moment, which is really good. It takes me about 5 hours to make. This video potentially won't make me, but a normal video takes about 5 hours from filming it to editing it. So it's still like less than £10 an hour. But as you can see, all of these are adding up. I'm getting potential adverts on videos that I made 2 years ago. So it kind of adds up and then obviously builds up going forward. That's the rough basis though. You can see, so, oh, this is also interesting. So 46,000 views, monetized playback. So I had 75,000 views on there, but only over half actually got clicked in terms of adverts. As you can see, the other ones are even shorter. So you're not always going to get adverts. Some of you might, some of you might not. Let's go back. So that's, anyway, and you could probably use that basis for every other golf YouTuber, I would say, and multiply it. I did 500,000 views, I think, last month, or just over, which again is incredible. And thank you for everyone that's been watching and supporting the channel. But 500,000 views, £2,750 at this state. If I did 500,000 views in January, I'm probably back down to like £1,300, £1,400. So I'm kind of taking it as it is. As I say, it's still a good amount of money, especially with the other stuff, coaching and everything else, and really couldn't come at a better time now we're in lockdown number 2. Let's have a look at audience, because I'm sure you guys will be interested in this. Who actually watches my videos? I know, astonishing. It should show me not subscribed. 61% of you aren't subscribed, so that's a bit worrying. Hit subscribe if you're this far in. 2.5% of you are female. Thank you, ladies, for watching the channel. I do want to hopefully increase that going forward, but I think that's the same with all golf YouTube channels. It is very male orientated, especially in terms of watching the videos as well. 40% of my view base in the UK, 30% in the United States, and then the rest of you guys around the world. I do make a lot of like Facebook Marketplace videos, as well as eBay stuff. That's all UK based. I do want to potentially have a look, well, when we can, obviously next year, I want to do a bit of traveling, and I want to go out to other countries and see what kind of golf clubs, what kind of golf courses, deals, etc. I think that'd be really unique and really cool, original content. Again, you can see my viewership. Some of you over 65, shout out to the veterans of the channel, thank you very much. 1% is between the ages of 13 to 17. That is probably Mary's kids that she teaches at school, and they know that her husband does YouTube golf videos. So shout out to people at Trinity, thank you for watching the videos. And then as you can see, same demographic between, I mean, it's quite obvious. If you look at the amount of people that give up golf and then take up golf, and then carry on golf, there is your 25 to 35 year olds, 35 to 44 year olds, and then as it dropped down there. Again, every golf YouTube channel, I'd like to think is pretty much the same. Here's a really interesting stat though. I think it's in revenue. For whatever reason, I can't find it on my laptop, but I definitely have it on my phone. I have the same app. Let me upload and show you quickly where we're at. Revenue, this is the interest. Here we go. United States, So I earn more if you're from America than I do from anywhere else. Australia as well, normally Australia is even higher than that. Australia and United States are the two countries that pay the most in terms of advertising. UK's actually gone up, but I imagine that's because it's now Christmas, again, adverts, etc. But I always thought that was an interesting statistic. So even though my main base of views, and again, some channels are going to earn more. If you have like a 60 to 70% American following, you're going to get paid more than if obviously your followings from another country. But that always fascinated me. I never knew that, and I imagine a lot of you guys didn't either. What is the most money I've made on one particular video? I actually have no idea. I've never actually looked. Let's go last year. What has been my best video? And this is how I decide what I make another 20 of. I think one of them probably be me doing how much do I earn. So therefore I do a load more. So 300, oh okay. It can't be more than a month since I made Brian and Sean's video, is it? It must, or it must be outside 28 days, because obviously, how interesting, because that was at 200, okay. So, £300. You can start to see a bit of a trend here. And again, this is why you see certain titles and thumbnails. It's part of the business. Again, as I said at the start, I don't really want to piss off people, but I just keep on putting like blatant titles. But if I can kind of get away with it, then it's like, oh, okay. Obviously, Brian and Sean's video with the app, £346. Pretty good. Most expensive driver, that was the Honma one at £346, and it's so silly because, and look how much I was earning for that video, £11.60. Wow, that's high. That's really high. You know why that might be? That might be because there might have been links under particular videos that have gone to eBay, and then people have gone there to have a look, and again you get paid more if people are like clicking on the video and etc. But £11.60, that's really high. It took me an hour to make that video, I think, from start to finish. Obviously I had the idea, I had to do the research, but it's just crazy how some videos do well and then I'll spend 10 hours on a particular video and it doesn't. But then those are the ones I quite like, because they're the ones that hopefully you guys that watch like 50 to 100% of my videos, you're the only ones that get to see those kind of videos, which I quite like, rather than the ones that just go out to the masses. Spending £100 on golf clubs, oh, I remember that video. 270, that's got to be near on a year as well. That's hitting the cusp, that is. Expensive, £250 rangefinder. PXG, always a good win for money, that bad boy. That did well as well. See, again, I even said in that video, I made a video on it and I jokingly said, oh, it did well last year, so I'm going to make another one, and there you go, it's in the top 8, £215 I did for that video. Expensive versus cheap, tailor-made driver, expensive versus cheap, tailor-made driver, expensive golf clubs, expensive versus cheap, expensive, 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 you get the picture. It's, again, and I can understand, like, as a YouTube business, you're selling adverts for clients, whether it's Coca-Cola or dairy milk, that's not Cadbury's, Dairy Milk, the company. Or you're doing like watches, clothes, so you're going to search out, like, this is where you've paid your £250,000 terms of adverts, and we put it on these particular videos, and they find those videos because they go type in expensive, they go type in jewelry, they go type in clothing, they go type in golf. Those are the kind of things they go type in, so you're going to get paid more for those videos than others. For example, Titleist T-Series, again, club reviews do well for money. Club reviews do well for money. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's kind of obvious, really. People obviously want to spend money on adverts that are targeted for a particular brand, and if you're Titleist TaylorMade, etc., or even Clubhouse Golf, I've seen adverts on, Affordable Golf, I've seen adverts on YouTube. These companies, again, obviously, they've got £500,000 worth of stock come in. They want to get out the door and they're going to put it on YouTube videos that have reviews. So yeah, club reviews do really well, and I obviously don't do club reviews anymore, but I've kind of found the loophole of that because I don't like reviewing brand new stuff because I think it's pointless. But at the same time, I'm now reviewing it a year or 2 years later and having the thumbnail and title, so those videos do well as well. So that is it in a nutshell, really. I mean, this is another year review of where I am. I was, again, I think in the last video I did £1,000 in that month, and that was mind-blowing to think that I did £1,000 on top of everything else. This year, when me and Mary just saw obviously the revenue go up, it's nearly close to £3,000. Again, it's kind of, well, it's life-changing realistically, because it allows me to not necessarily stress as much. As I've obviously got my coaching diary, but I don't have to fill it out to the extent that I can't do the videos or can't do secondhand stuff and everything else. So anyway, there's in a nutshell, that's going to be my tax return for next year. Obviously I want to put more money in. We've got the house, but we want to raise our mortgage, and we want to obviously buy a house, because obviously we've got another one on the way. So if anything, I'm going to be saying I did 40 grand on YouTube rather than 13,000. That's where we are, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. So if you got any questions, leave them down below. If you like this video, leave it a like, that'd be epic. Maybe watch this video 4 or 5 times, that would definitely help me out. Hope you have a good weekend. See you guys later.